Hey there. Well, it's been longer than I was expecting. I just really haven't been feeling like doing any more videos, but I really wanted to get this series done, the rare stuff in my collection. So yeah, but first, before that, some not so rare stuff that I got. Well, actually, I could show this one in a future part. Yeah, some stuff I got. I've gotten a lot of stuff. Some the stuff will show up in future rare stuff in my collection videos. Yeah, but first, this one is this All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series Doggy Tales 2 DVD set television marathon. I'm a huge All Dogs Go to Heaven fan, if you couldn't tell, and I wanted to expand my All Dogs Go to Heaven collection. So, yeah, this is a two DVD set, just a random compilation of episodes, not in any particular order. These were also released separately as Doggy Tales and Doggy Adventures. Or, no, one of them was called Doggy Adventures. Come on. So, yeah. It's very similar to the two DVD sets that Sony had put out back in the day. Okay, that was better. And then we have Barney's Now I Know My ABCs. This video has kind of haunted me for a while. I used to borrow this from the library, but I only remember the first episode because it's kind of like it's a season 9 video. They like put two episodes together, make them like one full video, not like just two separate episodes. And there's also bonus episode, Three Lines, Three Corners, even though that more fits well with the first episode, which is about shapes and colors, while like the second episode is just Baby Bop learning how to spell her name. It's just a random variety. Yeah, I got this because I'm doing a project where I'm documenting different trailer variants from Lyric and Hit Entertainment, and they didn't have this at the library, and I couldn't find the previews online. They only had the Lionsgate printing at the library, so yeah. So I decided to get this. And then we have this book. I thought this wasn't legit because there's a lot of like spelling errors and stuff, but it's a very interesting book on kind of the history and the behind the scenes of the Teletubbies. It's called Teletubbies on the Screen and Behind the Scenes by Denise No. It features a lot of interesting information, even like interviews with some of the people that worked on the show. There's pictures also. King Pleasure and Biscuit Boys. Love them. It really goes through like a lot of the controversies involving the show, specifically Tinky Winky being gay. So, like, yeah, it's just very interesting. I didn't realize how popular the show was, but now like the actual rare stuff inside this is a demo disc put out by Jolly Rancher, featuring two SpongeBob demos and two Jimmy Neutron demos. Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. I used to be obsessed with playing the demos of the Negatron one. And there's also Operation Krabby Patty and Employee of the Month, which I just couldn't figure out either of those games as a kid. But yeah, and I played the full versions of these games, at least briefly. I had to play the full version of Employee of the Month, but I just could not figure out that game at all. And I played like Operation Krabby Patty. I think I played Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron in the library near my grandparents' house, but I only played like a little bit on one of the computers. And now, so this part is going to be about games, really. They're like games in boxes or like rare games or manuals and a game with a book. There's also two other things. And we're going to be showing the Game Boy Advance games I have in their boxes. I don't think the Game Boy Advance boxes are that common to find. I think like after this is when people stopped throwing away the boxes to their games when like the DS came along. But this one is Tetris Worlds. There's actually a lot of different ones I have. I didn't think I still had the boxes. I thought my mom had thrown them away, like she did with a lot of my PC game boxes. Tetris is back. There's like different versions where like it says only for Game Boy Advance, and sometimes it says for Game Boy Advance and DS. Those are probably like later releases. So yeah, it's really hard to open this. Okay, this one doesn't come with the manual. Some of these actually do come with the manual, which I'm not even surprised that I did keep them, because even when I was not playing a game, I absolutely just loved looking through the manual. And why won't this close? It's like both sides won't... Okay. Oh my god, I'm so frustrated. We have Whack-A-Mole. This was one of my first Game Boy Advance games. As you can see, this is the later version that says only for Game Boy Advance and DS. I don't know why it doesn't say for Game Boy Player. I thought it did. Oh, this one comes with the manual. Now that's cool. I only show a little bit of the manuals for most of these games. Yeah, I got this one for Christmas back when I first got my Game Boy Advance SP. I don't know if any of the other games that I have are rare themselves. I'm not going to show the cartridges unless they might be like rare. But like, yeah. Okay, that one was more easier to close. We have Nicktoons Unite. I used to get so stuck on this game that I had to like restart it. I can't believe I pronounced it like that. Restart. Recall? Recap? Appear? Reenact? But yeah, it was a very interesting game though, seeing all the Nicktoons characters. Yeah, again, it's the later release only for Game Boy Advance and DS. I wish that they had like a more proper crossover special. I've been hearing that like they did plan on releasing, or they planned on like doing a crossover of SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, but like because Nickelodeon was so overprotective with SpongeBob even at that time, like they didn't allow it, so instead it was just SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron. And I'm like I couldn't even believe like they actually did plan on doing that. And I'm really upset they didn't do that. I always like imagined they would. Go to the My THQ link at thq.com to win games and other great prizes. Plus, oh my god. I'll let you like pause and read that. There's like a lot of stuff. I really want to get this quick. I want to get this done quick. I don't know why a lot of these boxes are like squished like that and some of them aren't. Then we get Namco Museum. I think this was the first Game Boy Advance game I owned. Maybe like it was one of the other games. show later on in this part. Yeah, but it's basically very similar to the Namco plug and play that my grandparents had. So yeah, this one does not come with the manual, so I won't be showing it anymore. If there are like any Game Boy Advance games that are more rare, I'll showcase them in more detailed features in later parts. This is a manual for a PC game I used to play called Hoyle Board Games. I used to play the crap out of this as a kid when my uncle gave me this when he was working on my computer. I remember when I used to have a computer in my room. Well, you probably don't remember that because that was before I started doing YouTube videos. Yeah, I used to have a Windows 98 in here that was later turned into a Windows XP. I gotta get a lot of these books and stuff scanned for you all to see more of it. Fired. I don't know why it said fired on there. It just made me think of that. Now we have a PC game in the box, Stuart Little Learning Adventures. I haven't been able to play this because I don't have any computers that can play it. But love Stuart Little, so I wanted to get this. But yeah, I don't have any way to play it. It looks like a cute little compilation. I used to play a Stuart Little game in daycare. I don't think this is that same one. I think the game is rare, so maybe I'll showcase that. Yeah, they made quite a few video games out of the movies when they came out. Stuart Little, His Adventures in Wordland, CD-ROM 2. This is, I guess, supposed to be 2 CD-ROMs. I think I'm missing one. Columbia Pictures, yo. Just seeing the Columbia Pictures logo. Love their movies. Oh, it opens. The case opens like this. I can't believe I didn't know that. Then we get Dr. Mario from the classic NES series. It's a pretty basic puzzle game. Yeah, I've actually been learning a lot about the Game Boy and other Nintendo consoles lately, especially the classic NES series sets. Yeah, they released quite a few of different kinds of games for this series. While some of them were only released in Japan as part of the Famicom mini series. I'm just really into gaming lately. I've never been so much into gaming before until now. Ever since I got Steam to play backyard baseball. Oh my god, is that Famicom in this NES manual? Yeah. I don't get the point of having this game released on the GBA, because this is more like a puzzle game that really just doesn't end. I feel more an adventure game would have been fine, because at this point games weren't just all about high scores and stuff. Yeah, link cables and stuff. I've been learning a lot about that. So yeah, I'm actually really upset I never had the link cable. I never had anyone who did have it. I would have really wanted to play multiplayer. this case is designed differently from the other cases that I've shown. Here we have a game. And this one's actually a lot more rare than I thought. Probably for a good reason. Pajama Sam 4. Life is rough when you lose your stuff. Now I got this in a 2-game set at half price books with Pajama Sam 3. There was also another one I got that had Putt Putt Goes to the Moon and Pep's Birthday Surprise, the second Putt Putt game I ever made, and the very last one. That was very interesting. But yeah, I don't like this one because it's like too hard to figure out most of the stuff in the game, and most of the time it crashes my computer. And speaking of games I couldn't figure out, Frogger's Adventure. This was another one of the first Game Boy Advance games I've had. This is only for Game Boy Advance. There's no link cable information. I guess is not compatible with that. I just like really was so bad at games back then when I got this one. Like I was the worst at gaming. Now I'm like pretty much okay, probably because games are more easier now. This is just a stack of games, but like the one on top, it's a promotional game for the movie Robots that came with Pop-Tarts. I actually have 2 copies of this one. I don't know how I did get that. But yeah. Rescue the Rusties. So yeah, it's like a little compilation of short mini games and stuff. I can't find any footage of this on YouTube. There were actually 3 different games, but like I said, I only have 2 copies of the same game. I haven't found one on Facebook Marketplace, if you want to see it. There's also like clips from the movie. They show the scene where the dad is like, "We did want a boy, right?" He's like, "This won't hurt bit, son," and then yeah. And here we have some Mario. I love Mario. Super Mario Advance. This is quite a game. This was the second Super Mario Advance game I played. Because the first one was Super Mario Advance 2 Super Mario World. This is a player's choice set, so it's definitely a later release. Oh, God, I barely slept. I have not been sleeping at all. Like, not at all. Like, my sleep is the worst. So yeah, again, it says for GBA. It also says Game Boy Micro. That's how late this releases. And DS. So, like, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's already a ton of videos on the Game Boy Micro. We have the manual. This is one of the manuals that I deliberately kept here in my room because, like, yeah, I love Mario. And for a while, I actually didn't have the Game Boy because my Game Boy Advance SP like stopped working. Like the buttons wouldn't work. I don't really know why they didn't. So like, yeah, I just really like the A button wouldn't work, and then the B button wouldn't work, and then the A button wouldn't work. And I tried cleaning it a while ago, and now none of the buttons work. So yeah, I can't play Game Boy Advance anymore. I have a Game Boy Advance, like a regular one, but like that one, like needs to be charged. Like I don't want to like change the batteries all the time. It doesn't have a charger. It's not like the Game Boy Advance SP. So like yeah, and the screen is like so dark. So yeah, I'm just currently not using that. I'd like to get the GameCube with like the Game Boy Player, but like that one is also a pain to hook up because you need like a specific disc to put in the disc tray to play it. It's like you don't just need the Game Boy player. You need to. I think my light is broken. Get information about Mario Bros. They always put Mario Bros. On there. This is like probably like one of the best like this is probably one of like the best things I've ever seen in a Mario game. You can actually throw your opponents in a trash can. That is like the best thing to ever happen in a Mario game. Like, oh my wow. I don't know why I said oh my wow. Because like yeah, this one's falling apart as well. Like, yeah, I just saw like yesterday. I saw game footage of the multiplayer mode. I'm like, oh god, I wish I had friends. I wish I had friends that would like play this with me at least. We get the third Mario Advance game that I played. Super Mario Advance 4, and before you ask, no, I do not have the e-reader cards. I never played the e-reader levels. I know they're on the digital releases that Nintendo always puts out, which I've never been able to play that. I would love to play the e-reader games. So again, it's the later release only for Game Boy Advance and DS. Yeah, DS had compatibility with the Game Boy Advance on the earlier models until they got to DSi. They mentioned linking up the multiplayer with the Mario Bros mode, but they don't mention the e-reader levels. I think they mentioned them in the manual. I could be wrong. There's multiple manuals, and the game's flying out, and I'm going to hell someday probably. It's just a health and safety booklet. Yeah. It opens up like a poster. It's a manual. It's not even a picture. Like, why? Just why? Like, why does this have to happen? How do I close it? Oh. But I think I got it. This part is going much shorter than I thought. Yeah, a lot of these manuals, because they came out before the GBA SP, like the manuals show the original Game Boy Advance, which I did not know there was like a different model. Yeah, but like here they show how to work the link cable in the SP. Using the Game Boy player. There are added features if you play it on Game Boy Player. The Rumble feature. There's a Rumble feature. Oh my god. Now that's epic. Rumble features in Mario. I think this is the first Mario game to have that. I could be wrong. Yeah, I never had the Game Boy Player. I didn't even know anyone who did. But yeah, playing Game Boy on the TV was freaking epic. Oh my god, it's an orange Game Boy. Was the orange model like common to find? I've never seen that before. But like, yeah, this game was so frustrating. If you remember the channel Super Skarmory, if you remember his Mario walkthroughs, is he even still a thing? Like he like always had trouble playing certain levels, as you saw in like the blooper reel. Yeah, where he just says, "And you can die." Like, like I got so frustrated at this game. I was like a true like angry video game nerd. Let's see. Is there any? They don't mention anything about the e-reader levels. I guess they didn't come to fruition until much later on. Why won't these go in? The cartridge is in the way. Oh. Okay, I got it. I got the last Game Boy Advance game that I have here. This was another one of the first ones. This 3-game set, the Game of Life, Yahtzee, and Payday. I used to play the heck out of the PC Game of Life game, and I was hoping this would be kind of the same thing, but nah. Yeah, again, for Game Boy Advance and DS. Some Game Boy Advance boxes come with like a little like compartment to keep the cartridge. I don't really get that, honestly. There's not even any pictures from the games in the manual. What a rip. Okay, here we have preparing for the buyer's eye. This is a tutorial video put out by HMS. It was produced by the Lions Group, the same people that produced Barney. This was one of their first productions. It's just like a uh, little like commercial kind of thing. It's just a couple trying to sell their house, and Tony Randall guest star shows them how to like clean it up for anyone who wants to buy it. So yeah, this is pretty rare. I don't know how rare exactly this is, but like, yeah, it's a DVD, but like it's like in VHS quality. It's from like a VHS rip. So yeah, it's produced by. I swear I saw something move back there. That reminds me, I have to react to ghost videos soon. I wanted to do it today, but like I didn't have enough time. It was produced by Dennis DeShazer and directed by Jim Rowley. I think that's what his name is. I think the music was done by Bob Singleton. I could be wrong. And now we have Pete from Disney. This specific Pete toy is pretty rare. I saw this, like, this was the first thing I saw when I walked into Goodwill. I immediately got it. So yeah, I didn't even think they made any merchandise out of Pete, but like, yeah. What's his catchphrase? Hey, my son respects me. Yeah, I'm planning on doing a video involving Goofy at some point. And then we have another Humongous Entertainment book. Go, go, putt, putt, go. Holy heck. So this is a board book. This seems like one of the earlier books put out by Lyric Publishing that was based on a Humongous Entertainment game. Come on, Pep, let's go. Oh wait, this is based on like Putt Putt Enters the Race. This was like what like Nancy Cartwright was doing the voice when she made like Putt Putt sound more girly. Great. And Outback Al, good luck with your new baby animals. So yeah. It's a very interesting book. I played Putt Putt uh, Enters the Race. Like, I couldn't really figure out much of it. I played it on mobile. I played like the mobile app of the game, but it like glitched out, and like even when I like restarted the game or like uninstalled it or like reinstalled it, like it just wouldn't work. So like yeah, I hope the Steam version isn't like that. If I want to like buy it on Steam, so yeah. Well, that's it. That is it for now. Before I go, I want to be like very real with you. I'm tired of YouTube. This series is probably going to be the last series I do unless I like backpedal myself like I always do. But like YouTube has really like went downhill. Like now like certain videos like I can't even view without signing in, and they're not even like age restricted. And like yeah, some of my friends have been experiencing like videos being hidden from the search feed. So like yeah, YouTube is really just going like way downhill. The problem is like there's not any like alternative to YouTube because I still want to make videos. There aren't any alternatives to YouTube for making videos. TikTok, screw that. Instagram, that's more for photos and like short-term videos. I want to do like more long-term videos. Like Facebook, that's just not really private enough. Twitter, like, well, obviously not doing that. Blue Sky, that's not really for videos. Any like YouTube like knockoffs, like websites based on YouTube, like I don't think those are like really like that like you know safe because like most of them have like viruses or like pop-ups and stuff. So yeah, like it's not because of anything else really. Like basically I've been lied about once again by a former friend who will not be named. Someone told me she lied about me threatening to sue her when I was talking about like other people, you know who I'm talking about, not her. She's lying about me leaving YouTube, like not like about me like the fact that I'm leaving. She's lying about my 10th anniversary video. Like she like still like is onto me over like something from 2 years ago, even though I deleted all my videos and posts about her. Like it's just really like gone to the point where like I don't care anymore. Like okay, and I understand what you have to go through. Again, I won't mention your name, but like yeah, I haven't even said anything about you in like 2 years. You act like it's a huge deal. Like you are actually a stalker. You are literally there's a literal stalker vibes. Like so yeah, but like yeah, I think like that's part of the point why I'm leaving. Because like it's just getting like too out of control. Really like yeah, and I want to like make my own choices when making videos. I want to like make sure everyone sees my videos. Like I don't want the stupid YouTube Kids crap or like YouTube's ID verification, whatever. Like yeah, it's just really like getting out of control. Really, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will understand. But for now, I think I have just a few more videos left to post on here until I find like a more proper like alternative. Like yeah, I still got to do the rarest stuff in my collection. All finished with that. Obviously, like my disassociation with the physical media community. This will be like the last time I do a video like that. So yeah. Well, anyway, I'm sorry that this ending part had to be this much. So yeah, see you later.